everyone, I'm Kevin, always known as Forum BX257, here to bring you another 1980s G.I. Joe toy review. And today I'll be taking a look at the G.I. Joe Jetpack Trooper, the 1987 Starduster. Now, he's only a 1987 figure by technicality, but I'll get into that just a bit later. The Starduster figure was only a mail-away figure. He didn't have any official card art like what's behind me. Now, I say he was only a technical 1987 figure, as he makes his debut in mini comics that were inserted into late 1985 G.I. Joe Action Star cereal boxes. As a matter of fact, it's on those late 1985 cereal boxes that you have an order form for the Starduster figure as well. He makes no regular Marvel comic appearances and makes no cartoon appearances. Now, one of the things is that the late 1985 G.I. Joe Action Star serials boxes, as well as the comics that he debuts in, are extremely rare, and they're not really considered part of the normal distribution of Hasbro toys. So when he was offered in 1987 through regular Hasbro mailaways, that's when he was considered more or less the retail figure. However, there was a few differences in the figure itself, as he's not quite the same. This tiny 1987 order form is the first time you could get the Starduster figure outside of the Action Stars offer. And this is where Hasbro was using up the parts, because, well, it's entirely possible to get the Action Stars version of a Starduster with the Recondo chest and Recondo waist through this offer. This is where the Duke chest was swapped in. And you can still get the Duke chest with a Recondo waist, but eventually the Duke chest and a 1986 Iceberg waist was what was swapped in. And this is the most common form of how you would see Starduster if you're looking for one on the aftermarket. It was offered from 1987 straight through 1992, I believe. And while the Hasbro mail-away versions added in the Pocket Patrol pack, as you can see from the 1989 ad, they eventually eliminated the jetpack from the figure. So later versions wouldn't have that jetpack that you see there. Starduster comes with a couple of unique accessories, as well as a couple of accessories that are kind of reused from other areas. He comes with an M79 grenade launcher. And while it's based on the 1983 Gung Ho's XM76, I'm calling it an M79 because that's what it was called on the back of the Action Star cereal box. He also comes with a black visor which fits over his helmet. It's a solid black. And the helmet itself is based on the standard helmet from 1982, except it has a painted star on here. Now, I do have to caution you that this is one of the most fragile parts of this figure. It doesn't seem to really fit on his head, despite the fact that that the helmet was actually made for this head. Generally, I have these displayed separately, just him holding his helmet off to the side, because I'm really scared that taking this on and off his helmet head will actually split the seam down the middle. And finally, early versions at least, come with the 1982 Jump Jetpack. And this is the exact same version that would have come in 1982 and 1983 with the Grand Slam figure. It even has the now useless laser blaster cord hole right in the middle there. But none of the Starduster versions came with the stickers which would have gone on here. It just would have been just plain like this. While the Jump Jetpack wasn't unique, neither was the Pocket Patrol pack that the Starduster figure came with. This is the storage for 3 different figures, which you just put on your belt loop. It's based on the 1983 Pocket Patrol pack, which came on a retail card. But as you can see, the original versions had this angle in the indent where the sticker got placed, whereas all mail-away versions had that just squared off. And in the late 80s to early 90s, if you bought more than, I think, $20 worth of mail-away goods from Hasbro Direct, you got one of these free, separately. So these were all just kind of the same, and you can find these actually separate from the Starduster figure. One of the things also is that the sticker actually changed over the years because the Starduster figure, and in fact the Pocket Patrol pack, was available for so many years. The actual logo design actually changed along with those years. So this is the 90s logo, so this was probably from either a Starduster figure from the 90s or just a separate Pocket Patrol pack from the 90s. But you'd also have one that had the logo that was similar to the one used in 1986 through 1989. However, there was also one that was kind of more like this, the 82 through 85 logo, but I don't believe that any of those came with the Starduster figure. Those would have been just available on their own. Of course, the Pocket Patrol pack, the mail-away version, comes with its own instruction sheet because the original had its instruction sheet printed on the back of the card. Starduster is one of those G.I. Joes that falls into the forgotten action figure realms. I don't know if it's just because he didn't have the big introduction that a lot of the other mail-away characters had, like Sergeant Slaughter or the Fridge or even Super Trooper. But Starduster's really big media push was really only in the mini-comics that were inserted into the G.I. Joe Action Stars cereal boxes. And if you didn't get G.I. Joe Action Stars cereal within the very short window frame that they were available, then you probably wouldn't know who this character really is. Of course, if you look in the offers that were inserted in 1987 and beyond, all you get is a picture of this character who is a jetpack trooper who often didn't come with his jetpack from there on in. That's not very encouraging. On top of all this, I can't confirm whether Starduster was even available outside of North America, further limiting his appeal. One thing to look for on the aftermarket if you're looking for one is sometimes photos can be a bit deceptive. His M79 grenade launcher is made of a very silvery plastic, not chromy or anything, but it's just silver plastic. Sometimes sellers will actually put in the 1983 Gung Ho's XM76 or the light gray grenade launcher from Battle Gear Accessory Pack number 2. Sometimes the photos will actually make those look a bit like Starduster's original accessory when they're actually not. Well, that's all the time I have right now. Please check out my Facebook page for more information and behind-the-scenes photos for these reviews. Thank you for watching this video, and stay tuned for next time to see another 1980s G.I. Joe toy review. See you then.